Boom! Welcome back, everybody. This is MTG Moxman here. Hope you brought me some nachos and cheese. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Hope you're chilling out. Hope your loved ones are safe and sound, because that's important. It's important to me. It's important to everyone out there. I don't know if you guys have noticed, man. People are a lot nicer out there right now. I have people on my street who have never said boo to me, and they're saying hi, how are you? Hope your family is safe. And you're like, wow. Yeah, man, same to you. Now, in some cases, I've said it first, and now they're just kind of saying it back. Other times they've said it to me, and it's great, man, you know? And God bless internet, because, man, do we need it, don't we, folks? Wow, man. That is some crazy stuff. If you're new to the channel, and by the way, we did get a couple of new subscribers this week, welcome, and I hope you guys are having a great time. I am MTG Moxman, better known as Sean, the Magic the Gathering guy was my old name. Pause found me this one. It's kind of stuck with us for now. We generally talk about magic and finance and how to make money. And I just want to talk about a few things. Just a few. Actually, I want to talk about quite a bit today. So I hope you guys have strapped into your seats. Hope you got the seatbelts on tight. And we're ready to go. Now, you know what's funny? First of all, let me talk about something. Man, I got a lot of topics, don't I? My head jumping all over. Pardon me. First off, I did 3 videos last week. And the funny thing is, the last video got the most views. Even though there was other very perfectly decent videos to watch that I had done. At least I thought they were decent. But my point is, whenever I seem to do multiple videos at one shot, 1, 2, 3, I only get 10, 12 views on the other videos, which I think is odd because usually I end up with 30, 40 views. So I just thought it was kind of funny that I tried to put some content for that weekend to kind of tide people over until I got back. It didn't go as intended. So I think I'm going to try to stick to just doing a video a day and see how far that takes us, because I don't want to do topics that no one watches and then they go, oh man, we should talk about that. But a lot of people don't go back and watch the old videos. Remember, guys, I have 200 plus videos on YouTube for those of you who are new to the channel. I go back a really long way. A lot of it's repeat topics. A lot of it's just some fun stuff I may have yabbed about at some point. I used to pull stuff out of Deadpool's head. But it's all still there if you guys want to rewatch stuff or catch up on things. Remember, I'm not monetized. As Rue would say, I'm shilling for myself. I don't make any money doing this. No strings attached. I just have fun with you guys, and that's what matters to me the most at this point. I used to think I was going to be some amazing YouTube star. And then I realized, no, man, that's not how it works. But we do get to have a good time on this channel. And I welcome everyone and friends and family and whoever to watch and enjoy. So let's get to our first topic of the day. Let me hold on. Make sure I get the chair right. Dungeon Dragon shirt's ready. Beard's been combed. Hair's a little bit messy. I'm going to give myself a haircut. Yes, I self-haircut. Saved me a lot of money. Okay, I'm actually going to keep the water lid off today because I've been inside a lot. Heater's been coming on. Dry air. Okay. I got a call from my friend Ventric. You can find him on this channel. You can subscribe to his channel as well. He's more of a lot of Transformers. He does a lot of magic stuff too, but he's all over the place. He has a great channel. You guys should watch that as well. Feel free to subscribe to him. Or, of course, pause MTG Revealed. Actually, MTG Revealed's got Patreon account and stuff. You guys can actually support him, which I hope you do if you have time and money. But I got a call from him saying that here in Toronto, Face-to-Face Games was having all kinds of sales on their Magic the Gathering products. Now, this is a sign. We've talked about this. Okay, I talked about this last week. There are going to be a lot of stores who don't make it through this, okay? They're not allowed to open. They can't sell product properly. They can only ship it out. And they've got to raise capital. They have very high rent. And when your store is shut down, you're still expected to pay that rent. That's hard. Not to mention your staff who've been laid off and may not qualify for some of the things they have out there available to them. Which is it's crazy, guys. So, anyway, I saw these sales. There's some very good prices. But there's a catch. There's always a catch. So, Konzatark here for $150. It's a good deal. It's a good deal, guys. I'll be honest, that's a good deal. You know what the catch is? I'm going to give you guys a second to pause. I'm going to look at you at the screen with my glasses off. Like a fish in a bowl. Fish in a bowl. Okay, do you know what it is? You gotta have money, guys. right? You have to have money stockpiled to take advantage of situations like this. You got to have money available to purchase these products. $154 is like less than $200 a box with taxes. That is a very good deal. I'll be honest. It's a good deal. Assume you're willing to sit and wait another 2 to 3 years for this economy to fully recover, for people to have the money available to purchase it back at some later date, 5, 10 years down the road. So, yawn gets me every time, doesn't it? Darn. What we're talking about is, if I go, here, I'll use some of this stuff here. Let's just say I need 6. Here is 6 boxes of cards of Tarkir. 3 and 3. And I buy these for $154 each. So we're just going to say $150. With taxes, though, we're going to say it's going to be $175. So $350, $350, $350. So we have our $350 for each set of 2. So it's $1,050 for 6. It's a pretty good deal. Now let's go back here again. Remember that $1,050 with taxes in. Okay, it's going to be $1,050 for 6. Now right now, they are $250 each is what we used to be paying for these things. Plus taxes. So we're going to say $280. Sound okay? $560. $560. $560. So now we're talking $1,500, $1,600, $1,740. I know, good math, eh? $1,740 versus $950. That is a very, very price drop. Okay? This is a very, very scary thing. It's tempting, isn't it? Just pulls your beard. That's a good deal. Man, that's a good deal. You're right. It is a good deal. But you don't know when this will go back up. Don't forget the reprinting fetch lands in this special edition set. So those who might want them are just going to buy straight out. So Cons is not as good a deal as you think. It's still worth money. Don't get me wrong. These are original printings of some of the stuff. It's great cards. It's a great set. It's the last set that had fetch lands in a standard set. But I want you to think about that. I got some con boxes back over there. I saw some fat packs with cons. My point is, when you look at this as a deal, you have to have the capital, the money available to purchase this many items. Hold on to it for a significant period of time. This isn't like it's going to be 12 months and you're going to resell these and flip them. Don't be thinking that way. If you're buying this from a company like that who's ditching them out this low because they need capital, you're looking, almost dropped one. You're looking at 24 to 48 months. That's 4 years of your life holding on to these. Now, there's people like me. I don't buy en masse. Those who watch my channel know this. I'm not a mass buyer. I buy some at a time, and I say, ooh, I like this card, or I like this card, or I don't know, whatever strikes my fancy. I like something. I buy a lot of individual cards because I like them, not even because I intend on using them. I just like them. Like Mox Amber, I keep a few play sets for myself to play with, but I have literally hundreds and hundreds in a binder, right? Binders. But at the same time, guys, I'm not your average bear. You know? This isn't your average bear, eh, boo-boo? I'm not your average guy. I'm not like most of you people. Ask any of my friends. What you will find is most people cannot sit on these for that period of time. Having $1,000 available to just go out and buy these, just buy them and be done, is a very hard thing to do. Okay, that's not realistic. Sad though, isn't it? Because you want to buy them. I want to buy them. But I'm not putting my family, my son, my wife, my house in jeopardy over a possible return 4 or 5 years later. This isn't the time. And that's a bad thing for me to say. I'm not usually like that. If you have the money, like lots of money, like Rudy Alpha investment money, and you can sit on this stuff for 5-7 years, I want you to think about that. If you can sit that long, you don't need the capital, dude, dive in, buy some. Okay? I'm not joking. It's a good deal. I know it is. Masters boxes at $100 off. It's not bad. Okay? Some of these are really good deals. But you have to be able to sit on it. I'll show you an example. Just stay with me. I could probably pick you up and take you with me, actually. Stay with me. What are we talking about when I say stay with me? It's kind of a cool angle, actually. Man, the light's good in here. See, the light's over up there and back over here behind me. Down in my basement here, into the man cave. Oh, I'm not making too many people dizzy. Okay. When I say you have to be able to sit on things for like a long period of time, right? I want you to look at some stuff here. Visions. Now, I've had that Visions for 6-7 years. Okay? How about Urza? Now, I've only had that for 2 years. But if I don't get the right price, I can't sell, so I have to sit on it. I may never sell it. It may just be a cool collector piece. Somebody's got to have the money to buy that. Here's cons. Now, I paid $89 for cons when I bought them. So, even at $150, I'm still ahead. But I had no intention of selling them. You have to be able to sit on it and not care what happens. And that's the difference. Most people who are going to buy these at this point actually care. Okay, they need a return. They need a return on their investment. And that is not easy to do. Sorry. In this environment. That's the hard part. This is not an easy time to get a return on investment. I was surprised when I sold Kamigawa, right? Betrayers of Kamigawa, I sold that like a week ago. He's already received it. I got the email saying it's all been received. Although I haven't gotten feedback yet, I assume the money's mine. Like that thing was like wrapped to the 9 yards, inside of a box, inside of a wrap, underneath plastic wrap, resealed and taped. Like, I know it arrived fine. So, between that and the 2 Theros boxes I sold recently, which again was a weird time. I guess people are just cracking packs at home with COVID going on, but it's still a significant amount of money for a lot of people to say, oh, I'm just going to spend $500 on Kamigawa. Cool that you could afford it. Kudos to you, buddy. Now, I bought that box for $149 when I bought it. So I still, I doubled my money. Pardon me. Minus the fees and stuff, I made my money, guys. I was okay. But now I can take that money and reinvest it. Yes, I could buy a couple of boxes. Now, it says their boxes are 25% to 50% off their boxes. So that means I could probably get Throne of Eldraine for like $100 a box. That's very tempting. And I'm going to get to that part in a second. Hopefully I can remember that. Hold on. I'll put this thing right here so I remember Throne of Eldraine. Okay? This is a reminder for Throne of Eldraine, so there's a topic about that. So, as great as it is that Face-to-Face is having these deals, you need to have thousands of dollars available in capital to actually truly capitalize on this. If you do like me, small scale, and every 5 years, every year, I do basically a couple $1,000s in revenue. Just $2,000, $3,000. And of course, my stock doesn't go down. It's reinvested. So I'm taking home that as profit, okay, and doubling the amount of boxes. So if I sell one, I get back my original money and times it by 2 in the restock, which is why you see me always open 4 boxes. Keep 4 boxes, but open 2 for you, because that's what I can afford to do, okay? It's just the way it works, right? So I would like to say you should take advantage of deals like this if you can find them, but only if you have the money. If you're still working and you have revenue, you don't have high overhead or high bills, by all means, this is a great way of making some money in the long term. In the long term. In the short term, if you're hoping for a quick turn investment, it's not going to happen, so don't do it. Okay, please, guys. Don't do it unless you can afford to do it. Don't make mistakes. I told you right now. Remember I said a few minutes ago, I'm not your average bear. You can talk to, well, you can't talk to my friends, but if you could talk to them, they would tell you, I don't like eating out. I don't like wasting money. I'm conservative. I'm good with what little money I have, and I box it well. Okay? It's not like I'm poor. I make money. I work for a living. Okay? I have a 9-to-5er. And even in this case, you know, my employers have kept me on. I'm still working, and I'm still helping my other coworkers out, and I'm still doing workshops and researching things, answering emails. I'm still doing stuff. So right now, at this point, I'm still currently employed. And I'm lucky enough to have that, because not everyone does at this point here in Canada. So thank you to my coworkers and any of my employers out there who make this possible for me and my family. Thank you. I do appreciate it. But I'm not your average bear, as I just said. I save. I don't take vacations. I've never been on a vacation. I left Canada once to go to the States, and since then I've never left. And I went for like 2-3 days just over the border. You didn't need a passport back then. So I've never been anywhere. I haven't gone anywhere. Doesn't mean I don't want to go. I have a hard time conceptualizing spending the money to go somewhere that I can just look at on YouTube or pictures on the internet. My mind doesn't work that way. It doesn't mean I deny myself things. I buy things I want. But what I don't do is waste money that way. Like, I don't just go, oh, here, I'm just going to, I don't know, what's a bad example? I'm going to eat out 3 times a day. Spend $300 on food every 2 weeks. Doesn't happen. Not in my household. You make do with what you got. And if you want to pay your bills down, get ahead of your mortgage, make sure you don't have a credit card bill each month, and you may have to help out some family members, some who are less fortunate, then you make sacrifices to get that done. And whoever told society nowadays that you don't have to sacrifice is right now in a rude awakening. A lot of people are having a very hard time because they didn't skimp on those things. A lot of kids today aren't even used to not eating out. I've known people who ate like 3 meals a day out. They didn't cook at all. Well, let me tell you, cooking is fun. Gives you a reason to talk with your family and do things with your kids. Teach them how to cook things and spend time together with the family. And it's a great way to start conversations when horrible things go wrong. I could tell you a story about that. But it allows me to do this as well. Not the phone. I'm talking about like be able to purchase these, sit on them. Remember, I'm very fond of fat packs. And do absolutely nothing for years. Because I don't buy it en masse. I buy it when I've actually saved up the cash to do it. I don't have a credit card bill that goes month to month. If I can't pay it off, something's wrong in how I do my financing, and I must fix it. If I'm being overcharged for internet, I find a better internet company. If my car insurance is too high, I find better car insurance. If I find my bank fees are too high, why should you even have bank fees? Find a bank that doesn't give you fees. These are all those little things that people don't think about, guys. And they mill about in my head 24/7. And I try to tell my coworkers about it. I preach, as they like to say. Oh, I know what you're going to say. Yeah, don't have that Starbucks. If you're going to buy a pot, don't buy a pot that lasts a year. Buy a cast iron that lasts your lifetime. Buy it once. Don't be a disposable society. And that's why I'm not your average bear. I'm a little bit different, a little bit more old school compared to how a lot of people do things. Okay, and I get it. It doesn't mean I am right or wrong, by the way. Just because I say I do it this way does not mean you, the person over there, has to do it that way. There's nothing wrong with doing your way. Because that's the way you like to do it. And you can be you and I'll be me. So please, I'm not judgy or preachy that way. No. It's not my place. I learned that a long time ago from my boss to be more respectful than that. And he taught me well. Thank you for that, boss. You rock. You know who you are, boss. All right. So, back to our last thing here. I know, I told you a longer video today, man. Throne of Eldraine. I don't know if you noticed recently, but I talked a little bit about how Ikoria is probably going to have a shorter print run. Okay? And we have Theros going, and Theros probably won't have its 3rd restock. I bet you this one was already canceled. I bet you they already stopped the run. They haven't told us yet. By the time we get back, into the spin of things here in about, what, 60 days. What we're going to see is... You're going to have Ikoria coming out. Theros will be getting its restock, I think, or a small restock. But there's no point in redoing Throne. It's already been opened a lot. People are tired of the product, or kind of tired, and it's going to cycle. And that's where potential money will be made. If we had some money left over, if I buy anything in the near future, it'll either be some more of the Spark, because I love that set. I'm sorry. I loved it. And probably some Throne, because I was very fond of Throne of Eldraine. Actually, I like Theros a lot too, to be honest. But and I don't know about Ikoria. I think it's going to be an awesome set, but I don't know. But I'm very keen on this, okay? So I think I will, if anything, in the next little bit, I will pick up more of this, because they're not going to announce it right away. They're just not going to be able to restock it unless the distributor happens to have some in their warehouse. So, and by the way, I don't know if you guys watch Rudy out there, Alpha Investments. Some of his topics have paralleled mine after I've done mine, which means I'm ahead of his curve. I gotta be honest. It feels pretty styling, you know? I'm like, hey man, he's talking about stuff I already talked about, but nobody knows about me, so it doesn't matter. So you guys had inside knowledge ahead of time. That's kind of cool, man. Yeah, see that, Andrew? Still got that hole up there. See it? It's not a hole, remember? That's my electrical hatch thing I had to make. That's okay. Anyway, this would be my buy. If I buy anything right now, it's going to be this. Because iconic cards already. The Oko controversy, Once Upon a Time. Guys, so many cards got banned. Like, it's crazy, and it's awesome. Awesome. The fairy tale artwork. Oh, come on. You know it's true. Like, come on. Even that symbol is awesome. I don't think my zoomer thing. I don't know if the auto adjusting. I've never even set that on this camera, I don't think. Although I do find it incredibly clear. I hope you guys do too. Hope the new phone camera works out. Pause just sent me a link. I gotta check that out after pause. Thanks, man. Okay, so I hope you guys have enjoyed the content today. If you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe. Love to have more people joining us. I do appreciate and hope everyone is safe out there. I hope you're taking things seriously and social distancing and all that. I'm gonna go play some awesome Call of Duty with my buddies tonight and continue tomorrow with another exciting episode. This is MTG Mox, man. Oh, by the way, Mox Amber's totally falling. It's losing it's lost like $2-3 already. And I'm hoping it goes a lot further down because that's an R card. Of course, you guys know I'll pick that up. If Mox Amber drops low, I don't care. I'm whack. But it's got to go low. I'm not talking like this whole drop $1 a week. If it drops to $8-9 again, I will go hog wild and just destroy what's left. Just because I can. Alright? This MTG Mox, man. I'm out of here. Stay safe with you and your families. I'll bring you some new exciting content tomorrow. If you have a particular topic or thing you'd like to talk about, please let me know in the comment section below. I'll be happy to hook you guys up. Thanks again, guys. If you like this video, by the way, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks again. Bye.